sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete.
Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. So we're gonna do the weekly 3 looks 1 palette video, and this week we're doing the Ace Beaute Slice of Paradise palette. I told you last week when I did the Classical Paradise that it was kind of a really close pull between the Classical Paradise and this one barely lost, but figured I would do this one this week because a lot of you guys still wanted to see it. And honestly, I had a lot of fun playing with this. I have not given this that much love before this video. I'd only played with it maybe once, and now I regret my decision. The formula is just as beautiful as the other Ace Beaute palettes. I love these shadows so much. I find them to be extremely pigmented, which I love, but it might not be beginner friendly for that reason because it can be a little much to work with in the beginning if you're not careful. But I love very pigmented shadows. I don't have too much of a problem with them. I just dip in very lightly and build up from there. I think they blend out beautifully. The payoff is amazing, and I've loved every look I've created with this palette so far. This obviously is just another rainbow palette, but out of all of my rainbow palettes, which I guess I don't have that many anymore, this might be my favorite. It's just beautiful. It works so well. I've loved playing with the colors. I like the different variations of tones. I think it kind of plays off of itself really nicely. The only shimmers in this palette are this purple and this green, and at first I didn't like that when I first got this palette, but now I think it kind of works. I don't know. Like, I think I can live with the fact that there isn't a shimmery blue or like a shimmery orange or red, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, I feel like this just works well. I'm rambling for no reason. Bottom line is I've really enjoyed playing with this palette. I like it just as much as my other Ace Beaute palettes. I honestly don't know if I have a least favorite now that I've played with all of them. And let's just get into the looks. As you saw from the little intro, I did this kind of very hot and spicy, orangey, reddish, yellow kind of look. I did that more pretty but still dramatic pinky purple look, and then I did that really bold blue-green look. So let's just get on with it. Going in first with the shade Kiwi, I'm just going to start by focusing that on the front half of my crease. I'm not taking it all the way from inner to outer corner for once. What a revolutionary thing. But yeah, I'm just building the shade up right in the front and then taking up the shade Macaw. Taking up, picking up, whatever. And I'm focusing that on the outer corner of the eye and then carrying it through the outer half of that crease. Just kind of blending it into that green so it goes from green to blue. You know what I mean? And I'm also going to just kind of take that blue right underneath the outer portion of that lower lash line as well. You guys know how it goes. I always do that little wraparound motion with my colors for the most part until I spice it up. And then I'm just going back through with some more green so that the blend is nice, and then popping some green on the front half of my lower lash line, just mimicking what we did on the top, on the bottom, and then going back through with some more blue where I see fit. Just a lot of back and forth until it is blended the way I want it to be. And now I'm taking the shade Bluebell, and basically I'm just gonna buff this right above the green and the blue as kind of my transition shade. I'm taking that all around, but mostly focused in the outer corner, but I'm not afraid for it to help buff out the green as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, now I'm taking Fruit Dove, and I'm first laying down some of the NYX Glitter Primer so it has intense metallicness, and I'm running this all over the lid. Nothing too crazy, I'm not doing a cut crease or anything like that. I simply just want this all over the lid, blended up into the green and in the blue in the outer corner, you know? And then I'm just gonna go in with that first brush with the green to help buff out the edge, and then with the blue to help buff out the other edge. And yeah, that's pretty much all we're doing for the lid stuff. I just wanted a lot of fusion between the blues and the greens. Then taking Daffodil, I'm simply just going to swirl this all in my inner corner. I loved the way this pop of yellow looked against the blue and the green. I just thought it tied it together so cute. I love it. That's the end of it. Now I'm taking my punch liner from Colourpop, popping that in my waterline because I thought it was super cute with this look, and then taking my Sugarpill Plush Lashes and my Turkish Delight Plushies Liquid Lip from Lime Crime, popping that on, and that'll be it. Going in first with the shade Starling for the second look. Basically, I'm going to start by heavily focusing this in the outer corner of the eye, and then I will swirl it through towards the front portion of my crease as well. I wanted this look to be a little bit more of a winged out kind of vibe, so that's kind of the look I'm going for. I wanted it to be more intensely pigmented in the outer corner and then fading lighter towards the inner portion. I've never done this before, obviously. This is so new for me. Anyways, I'm now going to go in with the shade Rose Finch, and I'm just going to blend that right above that color. It's not too much of a transitional difference, but it did add more of like that pinky hue rather than just straight on purple pink. I don't know how to explain it, but I liked the gradient it gave by mixing these two kind of together. And now I'm going to pick up the shade Honeyberry, and I'm just going to use a smaller brush and really focus this in the outer portion of the eye. Again, I wanted that depth in the outer portion and then fading lighter as we get towards the inner portion of the eye. But I'm just doing extra focus, I should say, in the outer corner to make sure it's giving it that nice winged out kind of a shape. And then I'll just go back with previous brushes that I used just to help buff and blend that out even more so it's nice and diffused. I didn't want it to look harsh at all, no harsh lines unless it's a cut crease. But yeah, just going back and forth, doing all the blending in the world, never stop blending, that's my motto. And now I'm taking the shade Peacock, and again, first laying down that NYX glitter primer for extra metallicness, and then I'm going to lay this shade all across the lid. Similar to the first look, I'm not doing any kind of cut crease, I just wanted this to simply be blended on the lid up towards those matte purples. Simple as that, nothing too crazy, as I always say, and then just going back and forth to blend out that edge even more. And then picking up my Colourpop Jelly Much Shadow in Ventura, and I'm just kind of swirling that in my inner corner. Once it was kind of laid down and dried, it was a really cute pop, but I have found that using my finger with this works a lot better, just so you know. Then taking my Colourpop Boots liner that I didn't show you, my Plush lashes from Sugarpill, and my prettiest pink liquid lip from Pixi. Lots of P's. That's it for this look, guys. I hope you enjoy. For this final look, I'm starting off with Passion Fruit, and I want this shade everywhere. I'm doing kind of a wing-like shape with this look as well, so I'm doing heavy focus, angling it out towards the tail of my brow on the outer portion, and then swirling it through towards the front half of my crease. But I really want this shade everywhere. I'm blending this up pretty high, and then I'm also going to begin to take it underneath that lower lash line as well. And again, just heavier focus in the outer portion, and then as I get towards the inner portion, I will tame it down just a little bit. And then now I'm going to go in with Rose Finch, and I'm going to blend that right above and kind of on top of the very tippy top of that passion fruit color. I loved the color combo of these, like pinky, reddish, strawberry kind of vibe. I thought it was really cute. But again, just keeping with that winged out effect, I want it to be very elongated towards the outside. But really, I'm just blending this right over top of and above what we already laid down. Pretty much just following that line. You know how I do things. I just wanted this to be very blown out and smoky. And then now I'm taking the shade Flamingo, and I'm just taking that on the very tippy top of everything just to give it a little bit of extra something to help buff things out even further. Nothing too crazy, I just wanted some extra blend. So now I'm just going to go through with my Makeup Revolution cut crease canvas to do a little half cut crease moment, and just do whatever you want with this. This is how I do mine. Do what you need to do. Now taking the shade Persimmon, I'm going to pack that kind of in the center portion of my lid, and just taking that all the way up towards the cut crease and then kind of towards the outer corner, but I'm not taking it anywhere too far. I'm pretty much making this dead center. And then I'm just going to go back through, flip that same brush over, go in with more of that passion fruit, and then just start kind of tapping and blending until they kind of fuse together, which they fuse together very nicely because they're right next to each other on the color wheel, Color Theory 101. You know how it goes. And now I'm going to pick up the shade Daffodil, and I'm just using a random little pencil brush, and I'm focusing that in the front little portion of my eye. And again, just really packing it right up where that cut crease is. And then just popping some of that in my inner corner as well, and a little bit underneath that lower lash line before going back and forth between that and Persimmon until that fuses together nicely. And again, that blends really easy too because they're right next to each other. Then taking the Neon Yellow and Neon Pink liner from Colourpop, which I will have the shades down below, I ended up deciding to focus the yellow towards the front half of my waterline and the pink towards the outer half, and I thought the fusion of the two was cute. And then taking my Bold Face Lashes Out Lashes and my yellow mascara from Colourpop for the lower lashes, and this Revere, I think is how you pronounce it, liquid lip from Colourpop, that's going to be it for this third and final look. That's it. Those are my looks. What did you think? I would love to hear your thoughts and let me know which one was your favorite. I really loved all of them, of course, but my heart just really loved that first look, that green and blue look. It was so pretty. I felt like my true self in that look. And I'm actually really liking this one, especially with this lip. Like, I know you guys know that orange is not my favorite to wear on me. I don't hate orange, it's just my least favorite color to play with as far as rainbow colors go. But I'm really feeling this look as well. I think it looks very summery and cute. I feel like a popsicle. I forgot to mention in the beginning, but pretty much if a palette has a shadow that I could use as a blush, I'm gonna use it as a blush just because I like doing that. I don't know, I feel like it always ties in with the look really nicely because it's in the palette. But I've been using Flamingo as my blush for all 3 of these looks, and it's fantastic, and I need that in a giant pan so I can use it as a blush for the rest of my life. Okay, thank you. What do you guys think of this palette? Do you have this palette? Is it one that you were planning on getting? Do you have the whole bundle? I would love to know if you have the whole bundle, which of these 4 palettes are your favorites? Out of the bundle, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. I know the Flare from Ace Beaute is my all-time favorite one, and I plan on filming with that one again soon. I've already played with that one a few times on my channel, but I need to play with it again because it's my favorite palette ever. Let me know which palettes you want to see 3 looks 1 palette videos with in the future, and stay tuned to my community tab here on YouTube and also on my Instagram stories because I will constantly be running polls and asking your opinions on which palettes to do for the following week and stuff like that. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram and follow me there. It's beautbean. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe here before you leave. I post at least 5 days a week, sometimes 6, sometimes 7, usually 6, usually 7. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.